Tonight, special guest, the realtor, Nina Lewis. And this is the SL Digital Media Podcast. She's going to walk us through her steps to her journey and how she ended up choosing that, occupation. Nina Lewis, it's your turn, your journey.
All right, cool. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I'm not going to say your government because I don't even know if that's on.
Yeah. Don't do that yet. Eventually, it'll
Okay,
go
well,
in
thank
there.
you, sir. I'll just keep it to sir.
There you go.
Well, as you mentioned, I'm Nina Lewis. I am a realtor. I'm actually licensed in 2 states, Delaware and Pennsylvania. I started out actually not on a residential side, but on a
Yeah.
commercial side for a corporate company. I'll
Yeah.
keep them nameless because I didn't get approval to include them in this conversation. But I started out as a project manager for a corporate company, and I wound up getting promoted throughout the organization and came to the corporate real estate team. And I was project managing an IT platform, which I'm not going to bore y'all with all of that. But
Yeah.
basically, it kind of the most layman term is it was a software system that helped people with real estate portfolios. So I started out there, and then that just whet my appetite, and I always wanted to start developing, having my own properties, etc. So I'm a homeowner. I have a business also, and I'm looking for properties off the market deals and on market deals to invest in. But that's how I started through a corporate company. And then I got my license in Pennsylvania, moved to Delaware. So I said, hey, if I'm going to live here, I might as well get my license here as well. So I got my license in Delaware as well. So that's how I started. Um, just taking classes at Temple. I took their pre-testing exam. You have to take, license courses for Pennsylvania. I think it's like 60 hours now. Delaware is 90. So when I came over here, I had to do 30 more hours. But that's really how I started in corporate America, got my feet wet on the commercial side. I used to manage their portfolio. It was about 7 million square feet. Just making sure that they were utilizing their space properly. So that's how I came about into real estate. So I said, you know what? My mentor, my manager, he was a licensed agent. He decided to put his in escrow. I talked to him about it, and he was like, yeah, Nina, you should go and take your test. So I studied, took my tests, and it's all been up hill from there. It's been really an exciting journey because I'm able to help people realize their dreams in home ownership, not just for a personal gain, like, oh, I want to be in real estate, I want to be able to sell, I want to be a multimillionaire, etc. Not just that, but really being able to help our community. I grew up in North Philly, but help our community create legacies for their family members. So that's why I really do love the residential side because you get to see people start out with they were paying rent to actually owning a house for less than what they're paying rent. So it's a pretty rewarding feeling when you're able to help people realize their dreams and leave something for their children and their grandchildren, etc. So that's pretty much the big picture. Did you want to ask some questions? I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Okay. You hear me now?
Yes, better. Yeah, I
You
can
hear
hear
me
you
now?
now. I can hear you
Okay.
now.
So, what made you choose this route? Because, there's always a building block leading up to, someone actually choosing that route. Because, everybody, they say they're gonna be something, but was that your goal to be a realtor at the time? Or did you just switch it
I
up?
really
Or,
think it's divine purpose,
you-
and
okay.
I'll tell you why. Um, I always knew I wanted to, maybe own my own home, own a
Yeah.
duplex, etc. But God just lined it all up where He connected me with people in this
Yeah.
field. Like I said, my manager in corporate America has had a huge portfolio in South Philly. Like, and he showed me how to get my license. Like, he talked to me about it. You know, I just would pick his brain. I looked at investment properties, potential investment properties, and he gave me great ideas of what to look for, what not to look for, those type of things. So he's from a when I say divine perspective, God has always led me in my life, right? So he's
Okay.
always mapped out individuals that could speak into me and help me and kind of guide me through this whole process. So that's how it started, really having those conversations with my manager and then me self-reflecting and of course being guided by my
Oh.
savior to get this job, get this career going.
Okay. Well, like I said, tonight it's going to be I know this ain't your time right here. So what I wanted to
I'm
do is
supposed to be
just
asleep.
keep,
No.
yeah. But that's pretty cool. And like I said, well, a lot of people didn't know you lived right around, not exactly around the corner, but you lived a couple blocks away, and we was always cool from back in the day.
That
With you, your family, the whole 9 yards. That Capitol, what was it? No, what was it? Cambridge Street? What
Cambridge
street?
Street.
Cambridge Street, the
Yeah.
legendary Cambridge Street, the Hardys. It was y'all, the Lewis, the Govins,
Yes.
um, it was a couple people, but I just can't. Yolanda and all of them, her
The
family, Chop,
Dohertys. Dohertys.
The
Yep. Chop.
Dohertys,
hmm
Chop, and so I remember nothing but good things and good times. We used to always come around there and hang around, and because I was cool with Wayne and
Oh
Walt,
yeah.
Troy, because we all played ball and stuff like
hmm
that. Um,
Francisville. Yep.
Yep, Francisville. Yep, Francisville. And do you have anything else on your horizon in the near future, venturing into other little ventures? Any type of thing, like that.
Definitely. I have a real estate company I did for my LLC where I'm actually looking for properties that I can flip and properties that I can hold on to and rent. So you'll see more to come on that aspect from,
Okay.
start to finish. I'm sure I try to share some highlights of my day. Sometimes my day is so busy, I can only post a few times, but I try to, share my experience, either, my customer getting house that they want, getting under contract and all of that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
maybe inspection,
Okay.
stuff like that. So you'll see that on the horizon for me.
Was there anybody that kind of mentioned it to you and then you jumped into it, or was it just destiny because you said you were IT at one time? Was it an influence in your
Right, right.
endeavor?
I think my manager played a great influence, but it was just it was really predestined. Because like I said, I was a project manager. I wasn't IT. I was in corporate services. I was helping
Okay.
them integrate a platform within the organization. So basically, I came alongside the real estate team and said, okay, here's this
Yeah.
functionality. This is how it can help you. Let's integrate it within the company. So that's how I connected with real estate. And then eventually, as integrating that platform, I became a space planning manager, and I would look at the company's overall footprint and say, okay, let's see how we can efficiently use the space. And then eventually reporting directly to our one of our real estate team members.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Okay.
and
So
he
are you
really
still cool with a lot of people from around the way? From time to time you see them, or you don't look like you're around anymore. So
don't say that. Don't say that. I want to be around more. COVID really messed it up.
oh yeah. Oh
Um,
no, then now we're gonna use the COVID. Yeah, that everybody's COVID now. Yeah, good. I would have got with
yeah.
my friends and everything with COVID. See, and I had 17 the other night, so I didn't know how
You know
19 was
what?
going.
No, seriously, I have not been. To be totally honest, I haven't been down the way in a minute. I
Yeah,
think
okay.
um even my family got together and I couldn't go with them because I can't hug anybody. I gotta, socially distance. And how
Yeah,
you not
you
hug
got
your
the
family?
Dr. Fauci set up now. He said don't touch nobody.
Yeah, he's like, no, you can't touch him. No, you can't hug him.
Yeah,
And as a realtor, you have to protect not just yourself, your clients, and then those individuals that you're going in their houses. They're opening up their door, essentially, letting you
of
come
course.
in to show the property. So you got to be very careful. So
Yeah, you
that's
definitely got to
been
be
a challenge.
careful, and social distancing is the way right now. I from what I heard, something happened in California. A couple kids got sick, and they just shut the whole operation down. So I wouldn't be surprised if everybody's zooming and
Mhm.
within the next couple months. The only bright hope that I see is they've gotten some people into the stadiums now, because that kind of tells you something. I think they can only get like 17,000 in a stadium, so that it's not like completely bare. Um,
Mhm.
so I do pay attention to a lot of that stuff. I remember I was up on Sunday morning one day when they shut down that soccer game. It was a soccer game being played. Don't ask me why I was watching, because I don't watch soccer anyway. So,
You
but
don't like
anyway,
football? No.
no. Well,
Well, that's
soccer.
soccer.
Yeah,
They call it
yeah,
football.
yeah. We know it as soccer, but football is spelled FUTBOL over in Europe. So
Hmm.
don't ask me how we ended up with FOOT. I don't want to know.
Yeah,
And
we got.
so the point is, I know it's a lot of things going on out here, and we all have to, be mindful, and you got to take necessary steps to, help, yourself,
Mhm.
and keep the energy by telling people, because some people they starting to lose that oh, I'm good. No, no, no,
I
no, no,
know.
no.
Yeah, they're getting. Some people are getting complacent. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they're getting really complacent, and
Mhm.
that right there, that should never be. I
Mm-mm.
don't know why they still partying. I go online and I saw a couple parties in Philly. It was like 2,000 people. I said they wasn't getting that many people at a regular party. So why would y'all go outside and do that at this time? So,
Because they're
you know,
starving to be outside. It's a challenge to.
it's a risk. Everything is a risk.
Yes.
If you're out there doing it, they're not just saying it. They must have the willpower to know what's going on airwise, but prayerfully, all this
Hmm.
stuff goes away by 2021. Things open up a lot more. Um, and I'm gonna keep this in the hat. I'm working on something so big. Y'all gonna know,
All
because
right.
I did this. I did this podcast. I literally took uh 2.5, 3 weeks, and I've got something that's ready to come through on a whole nother level.
That's
So
what's up.
I knew once I started talking and they saw me in this platform, they would know, okay, he could take it there. I'm real good on sports.
Hmm.
But I
Hmm.
like dealing with people with occupations too. I wanted to keep that open for
Hmm.
everybody, because that's real life. That's the
Right.
real
Right.
life right there. Being able to work the 9 to 5. Everybody ain't no celebrity, so
Right.
but they need to hear your story, because your story is actually an encouragement to someone who's not looking to be on the camera, someone who's not
Hmm.
looking to be a model or an actor or music. They're not looking for that. They're looking to be, quieter, live a quieter life, um,
You
and
gotta
not
tell everybody my business? No, I'm only joking.
no, 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 no. I ain't gonna do
No,
that.
no, it's okay.
And so, but I also add this to the whole thing. I always want to know who is your top 5 male rappers, female rappers, singers.
Whoa.
Here we go. Now this one right
Whoa.
here is going to hit you. And look, don't
Top
don't
five?
break
You should have
don't break
asked me
nobody
before
heart.
this
Don't break
note.
nobody heart. Don't cut nobody.
Let me write my notepad down. All right. Mel Rappers KRS-One.
Okay, that's one of the greatest.
He is the greatest,
Yeah,
legendary,
yeah. I mean, he's still
legendary.
fire. Yep. Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
still fired. I mean, I
The first
remember.
album is the one. And they still playing it now. So
Yes, yes, yes.
KRS One. What
So he's
about?
my top. I would say Rakim.
Rakim. Also, you staying right there in
You
the
know, I'm
80s,
old
90s.
school.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know if
are,
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell my age, but
It don't matter. It don't matter. No,
I'm
just
a
go
little young
ahead because
chipper.
you
So
said all. Yeah, you. I know you like LL.
you know that was my next LL.
It's got to be
Um,
LL.
you know, ladies love LL now.
Yeah, LL Cool J made
I
his
remember
mark, and
seeing
he
him in
was great.
the show.
He's one of
Yes,
the greatest
my baby.
MCs, hands down.
All right.
And honestly, he might be the greatest female loving rapper of all time because back then they actually sold units. We can't tell if they even like anybody. They keep telling me
Nowadays.
everything is about views and all that. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I would say LL Cool J definitely. He sold real units. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
okay. Now
So
you can add some of the new ones if you want. If you don't, it don't matter. It's just a simple
yeah,
question.
look. Don't get me started because I don't know half of it.
Do you like Drake?
Drake, he alright. He's good.
Drizzy.
Good.
Drizzy, okay. Rick
Drizzy, he
Ross. I
alright.
mean,
Rick, he a little. I gotta listen to his radio version. Really, I
oh,
gotta listen to
oh
Drake
yeah.
radio version too. You know, some
Yeah,
of that
well,
stuff
yeah,
I'm just
all of
like,
them got LPs and the other ones
yeah.
got something else. What about I'm at this thought Jay-Z. You didn't like Jay-Z?
Oh, I do like Jay Z.
Yeah,
I
so
do like
Jay-Z's number
him. So
4.
yeah, I would say he number 4. Yes,
Yeah, okay,
definitely
number
above
4.
Drake and no shade, Drake.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah,
come at me.
it's
None of your
cool. It's
Drake
cool.
fans, don't come at me. I'm
No.
just an
Well,
old school
it's
person.
just look. Hey, look. You'd be surprised when it comes to the greatest of all time. He may not even be in the top 5, but on sales and popularity and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
well, he's top 5
All right,
clearly.
Tupac, and I gotta put Biggie out there.
Look at you. Always give a black person something, and they always go to the next. Always get extra.
Listen, you asked me. Take Drake and
Okay.
take
All
Rick
right.
Ross
Drake
out.
got cut. Oh man, Drake got cut.
All
So
right.
okay, so it was LL, Jay Z, Rakim, KRS-One, and who else?
Did you say Jay Z?
Jay Z. That's the 5th
Oh,
person.
I said LL, KRS-One,
Yeah, that's 2.
Rakim,
Rakim is 3.
Tupac, and Biggie.
Tupac and Biggie. Of course. Look, you didn't cut somebody else. Okay, so we're gonna go with the girls. This might be tough.
So
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
females,
Out of the female, now you should be able to go in on this because I know
so
Queen Latifah
females,
was
you know we
fire.
got to do Philly first, right? We got to do
Okay.
EVA. So I'm
Oh,
sorry,
Eve was
everybody
actually
knows
one of the best. She definitely was
she,
one of the greatest females.
yes, and she was able to
That's
cross over. I
yeah,
love
and
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah is number 2. You get
Who
don't
else?
have to be current. It don't have to be current.
It don't
You can
have to be
keep.
current, yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't really
What about MC Light?
MC Light, yes.
MC Light was fire. She was
She was
definitely fire.
fire.
Yeah,
But I
MC
remember
Light.
watching her when I went to New York. I first saw her on a TV show on in New York with my mom. We went to visit a family member. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, she is fire.
Yeah, she's fire. I mean, she's
Yes,
definitely fire.
yes,
What
yes.
about Little Kim? Anybody, Little
You
Kim, I'm
know,
telling you, her
my,
first.
my BC days, I did used to rock out
Yeah,
with Lil
yeah,
Kim.
yeah. Little
My
Kim
best
had
friend, she
her
was
era.
popular.
She definitely was.
She, yeah,
Yeah, her first album was absolutely
it was
fire.
crazy.
So
It was
yeah,
crazy.
it was crazy.
And
So that's 4.
everybody wanted to rap with her. Like everybody in my genre, we always copying the lyrics, just
You
like
want to tell you what she did? She actually made the change the wig colors.
oh yep. She made it very fashionable to be a girly hardcore rap star.
Yeah.
That's
No,
it.
but she made a lot of women change colors with the wigs and their hair. I
Mm-hmm,
remember that. I remember
mm-hmm.
that. Okay, who's 5th?
Who's 5th? Oh my.
I gotta keep saying Foxy Brown at one point was fire.
She
I
was
mean,
fired too because I love the firm, and I'm so sorry, Nas. I should have called you out on this and AZ.
oh
I don't
man.
know who I would switch you out with, but the
Oh
firm.
man.
So
Yeah,
can
so
we do group two? Can we just do like a group?
look, the way you doing it right now, you done jacked it all up. So you might as well just go ahead and do whatever you want to do.
All right, listen. If it's my world right now, and I know it's
Yeah.
not always that way, but I would definitely say the firm was the truth. I would say the
Oh,
farm.
okay.
I would say, oh goodness, I can't think of the name of that group.
Yeah.
Lost Boys.
Oh, that's rap
Um,
group. That's a rap group. I mean, you
yeah,
could
that's
put
what I'm
them
saying.
in
I'm
there.
giving you five rap groups too.
Yeah, yeah, you're fine. Look at
Um,
you. You ain't got it comfortable now. Go ahead.
Fugees.
Oh man, look. That
Yes,
Fuji's
Lauren
first
Hill was a
album,
true.
man,
Lauren Hill.
that first album, Fuji's was clearly, I met
That
the
was
Fuji's too up in
oh, you
East
did?
Orange. Yeah, I met them up there in East Orange in the studio actually, because we were being
Wow.
managed by actually Robert Cool from Cool in the Bang, Cool in the Gang.
Hmm.
His name was Adil Bayan, and he managed us at the time, and he brought us up to East Orange. And we met the Fugees when they were actually cutting. They was on Rough House. We met all three of them. They just sat in the chair and they ain't say nothing hardly. They just spoke. Hey,
Wow.
how you doing? And so I
Okay.
met them. I actually met them before they came out. I
Oh
met
man.
Tupac. Now, how many people in the neighborhood you ever know? He hung with
I
us
don't
for
know.
two. He hung with us for 2 days. This is when I was doing music, and we was going down to the Black Radio Entertainment. They would throw that down in Washington D.C. At that time, we were being managed by one of Marvin Gaye's widows, who was actually Gerald Busby's daughter.
Oh
So
wow.
I've been floating around on the
You've been
musical
in this
side.
a minute. In this a
Yeah,
minute.
I've been
Yeah.
doing it a minute. I've been doing it for a minute. And Tupac was brought to us when he was still in Digital Underground, and
Mm.
he hung with us for I believe like 2 days. The guy,
Wow.
it was a guy named Colin Davis that was up in North Jersey, who we were staying up there. In fact,
Hmm.
Kenny Lattimore and we met all of those guys before they even came out.
Wow.
And where he lived at, actually, that's where Queen Latifah and them used to live at. So that's Newark, New Jersey. So we
Hmm.
was right there. Met all of them up there. We met the producers from Queen Latifah. We didn't meet Queen Latifah, but we met one of the guys from Naughty by Nature, and it wasn't
Okay.
Tretch. It was one of those other guys. I forgot his name,
Denny
but
was it
I'm
or
not
was it
sure.
DJ
I'm not
guy?
sure. I
Great.
just remember we were brought to him because we
He
lived
was
up
like,
there
"Hey,
for like
what's up, y'all?"
yeah, we stayed up there for like 2 weeks, and you know, he was a guy that was connecting us to a lot of the the management. Just like people don't even know. I've been over Dick Scott house, not Big Scott. Dick Scott was the actual manager of New Kids on the Block. Remember them? New Kids on the Block? They
Hmm.
was big, yeah. He, we went over his crib and met him, and he wanted management on us, but he was we didn't go that route.
Gotcha.
But you know, I can just go on, and a lot of people don't know it though.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
now I'm able to actually say it, and I know they're going be like, yeah, I ain't know. Someone probably won't even believe me, so it don't matter anyway. But
Don't matter. You
um,
know your truth.
yeah,
It's okay. Whatever.
yeah. Well, I ain't got no reason to just reiterate nothing out my mouth and not be true. They knew I was doing some type of musical stuff, so
Right.
and I was able to. We did 3 albums, and we actually had traction overseas. So,
Wow.
we was actually supposed to do 150 city tour with Columbia. They wanted to bring us out there. Look, the Roots didn't even know they were going to have us open up for the Roots, but that would have been a bad thing for the Roots.
No,
It
don't
would.
say that.
Well, no, the type of music we was doing. They were doing more like
Hmm.
conscious at that time. We was doing like the rough vocal. We was like Jodeci.
Hmm.
When they started going
Right,
hardcore
right,
with it.
right. Got you.
So, but I knew Tyreek. I knew Tyreek. He used to be in the gym. The drummer, I don't know if you ever remember this, but he knew Corey, Pitch
Oh
Black.
wow.
So he used to actually Amir, the drummer. He used
Hmm.
to come around and just chill with us when they was on Geffen.
Wow.
Yeah, like he came over all the time when we had little cookouts and stuff. Yo, he used to always be there. Like
Wow.
right in the backyard. He was cool because they all went to performing arts.
Hmm.
That's a story that Corey probably needs to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And Lamar, his other brother, was a great hardcore rapper back in the day, and Gold. A lot of people don't know this. Gold used to hang with Jadakiss right in the hood.
Yeah.
Jadakiss used to be right around the way, picking up Gold, and Gold was one of those real good rappers from back in the. I don't know how he sound now,
Wow. And
but
you
back
all over
then,
too. Mm.
yeah. So I knew all of that stuff. And but anyway, I got two icon guys coming tomorrow. I got Boy Backs and Mustafa. You probably know Boy Backs,
Mhm.
but Mustafa. They all came about 5 years after each other, or 3 years after each other. But they were hot groups. I know you heard of Ram Squad, but the other group was
Mhm.
called 100X.
Okay.
But they're coming on tomorrow, so I got some.
Oh, that's
I
good.
do
You
venture
gotta
into the hip
stay
hop
up.
stuff.
Do you save them?
You ain't standing.
Don't shade me.
Stop
Don't
it.
shade me.
But here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter if you stay up because you can always see it because the way I set it up is basically auto running. So
Okay.
you could just go right on my page and check it out, check out whatever. But that's going to be really enthusiastic. I know it's going to be crazy because, those two, they're iconic guys, in hip hop in Philly.
Okay.
So they going to definitely bring it out. So you didn't pick. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the women singers. This
Singer.
should get interesting. Is
Awesome
did
singers.
Philly make the list?
Oh, Jill
Did
Scott, of course.
Okay, Jill Scott.
You know
Okay, Jill
Jill
Scott.
is going to make the list.
Okay,
If we
you
go old school, like neo soul, Jill Scott, hands
Jasmine.
down.
You like
Jasmine Sullivan
Jasmine?
I like Jasmine,
Yeah, Jasmine's a beast.
but and Jasmine is talented because she's also a writer, and I know she wrote for a lot of the people that a lot of people
Of
that we
course,
like.
of course.
So no shade, Jasmine, you the truth.
Yeah.
Jaguar can sing too. Um, from a Philly perspective, and Patty, even though I didn't
Oh, I
stay
mean
up late
that ain't.
the other
Yeah,
night,
yeah. I
but
mean, Patty. I don't even mention her name because technically none of them can out sing her. So
nobody,
she's actually sitting right there, like it's her and then the rest. And
right?
and also another Philadelphian I know nobody can out sing is Rochelle Farrell. So
Mhm. Oh,
she's
her voice is
uh,
just
yeah, Rochelle Farrell is on another you
amazing.
know another a platoon when it comes to that. So
Yeah, I just
yeah.
go hum in the corner when I hear them
Yeah.
sing. Like,
Well,
no,
she does
don't.
things that not many can do. So,
Mm-hmm.
she does things that not many can do. Okay, so that's what, three? You like Whitney Houston?
I love Whitney. Whitney,
Okay.
her range was just
Yeah.
crazy before she got
Yeah. Well,
sick.
just so you know, I can upload this to YouTube and
Okay.
I'll just give you the link and then boom. I
All right.
got that.
Perfect.
Yeah, I
All
got
right.
that
Yeah.
running too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Who
who
else? How
else?
many more
You
should I
didn't
get?
what about Anita Baker? Y'all got no love for Anita.
Anita. She was. I used to watch her on what was that show that
That
came on
first
Channel?
album, that's all you gotta say. Her first
Yeah.
album.
She used to be on Friday night videos. Remember back in the day, we ain't had cable, right?
Yeah.
So I
The
had to
first
watch it.
album. That's all you got to say is the
I had to watch
first
it. Her
album.
and I love Sade too. Somebody had posted a
Sade,
picture.
yeah, yeah. And Sade is great at a show. I saw her before. I saw her. Yeah, I saw Sade. I was lucky. I actually saw Prince live. And the only reason why I was able to go and see Prince, because he don't like stadiums. So you
Mhm.
had to go to he likes the
Intimate.
smaller, yeah,
Mhm.
he like that. I got lucky with that. Somebody called me, asked me, I just said, hey, and it was, they was $185 tickets, and that was about 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I was able to see it, and it was a great experience to actually see him perform. That was
Mhm.
definitely hot. Um,
Tina
so
Marie, Shaka Khan.
oh
I need them
yes,
out.
yeah. I mean, you already know Tina Marie, Shaka Khan. I mean, hey, you got
You
go to
said classic, all-time
yeah,
favorites.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
ain't got no shade on no new or maybe in the last 20 years, but
Well,
they,
I know the reason why though. I know
you know,
their content is first of all, their content is not good. is not is it repels instead of brings people in. And that's why I say I don't understand how they do views, and because technically they already people basically saying I'm not buying this music. So so if they not buying it, how could they be hot? You know what I mean? Back in the day, that's how they did it back in the day.
That's how you
Back in
were
the
able
day, exactly. So when somebody put an album out, see, you can't judge. How can you judge it with views? I really don't understand that. I mean, I had 3 billion views. Did somebody buy it? No.
yeah,
And
how did
would
that
it even be
translate?
a number for Michael Jackson in
Mm,
views?
mm.
They probably just left it wide open and just say 3 billion.
Mhm. Good
If
feeling.
Gangnam Style did billions, I can't even
Mhm.
imagine what real lyrical content, and not to
Like
mention
classic music that you can just listen to,
they played
turn it
that
on
music.
and listen to it all day.
They played that music though.
Mhm.
That all his music was played like
Right.
actual. It wasn't no somebody
Digitally
just done
playing.
fake cue chords. No, they played it at real time because some of the drum patterns are real time, and nobody can like Heartbreak Hotel. Listen to that. The
Mhm.
way that's done with the guitar and the drums, it had to be played on time. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So if you got anything to say, or put your little information out there so you can get to sleep.
Tell everybody I'm past my past my
Yeah.
bedtime.
Way past your
Um,
bedtime.
you can find me. My email address is my name, Nina C. Lewis at kw.com. Instagram, Nina, your favorite realtor, or you could just type in my first and last name and it should pop up.
Yeah.
Um, Facebook, Nina Lewis Realtor. Um, so just look me up, and I'm sure you're gonna put all my handles inside the post, right?
Well, you got to inbox me that stuff, so I just copy and all I'm doing is
I'll
just copy and paste it, and that's whatever you want in it. Now I'll put the hashtags and all that stuff in there, whatever you want.
All right, yeah. Closing
All
deals
right,
about it. I
Nina
appreciate you.
Lewis, Nina
Thank you.
Lewis,
Thank
the
you.
realtor,
Yes.
SL Digital Media Podcast. Make sure you get a house from her. Bye bye.
Oh.